the handshoe agreement as it is currently, and the proactive way that they're putting some mosques and would-be suspected terrorists under surveillance. I'm wondering if that's as important to you in your estimation about how New York City keeps itself safe. I think some of the Democrats have said they would seek to either change it or tweak it somehow.
The evening of September 11, Lhota stood right there. It's the last press conference of the night. And when I ended that press conference, I said to the people of New York City, I want to make sure that New York City reacts correctly to this. This attack should not be blamed on a group of people, any group of people. It shouldn't be blamed on a religion. It should be blamed on specific people who acted in a vicious, horrible, and terroristic way. And there should be no harm done to our fellow citizens who are Arab, fellow citizens who are Muslims. For 2 weeks, Joe will remember, we monitored every hate crime in the city. We monitored even acts, verbal acts. And we found there were some. The police department did a good job of making sure people didn't do that, but largely we didn't have a bad reaction in New York City. People in New York City do not bear hatred for people as people. They don't bear hatred. The reality is, it's a small group of people that we're dealing with. They do unfortunately organize themselves sometimes in these mosques, and you've got to, the police department has to not be tied by political correctness. Remember, the first attack on the World Trade Center in 1993 was organized in a mosque. I believe it was in Union City, New Jersey. The later attacks, for which the blind sheikh went to jail for 100 years, were organized in a mosque, again in New Jersey. So, it is not all mosques. Joe and I have been in many mosques. We've gone to many Muslim services. I've gone with him together. Most of them are wonderful, just like churches, just like synagogues, but there are a few that have to be focused on. They have been the source of some attacks. The police department can't be hamstrung by this kind of silly political correctness. Otherwise, we could have a terrible situation happen. Had we been looking at mosques in 1993, maybe we could have prevented the 1993 attack on the World Trade Center. I don't know. So that's what Ray Kelly has to balance. Ray Kelly is a fair man. He's a decent man. He bears no animus to anyone. He's just doing the best he can to try to keep us safe. And boy, that is a very, very hard job. And when you try to overlay on that lots of political correctness, you can make mistakes.